Hi, I'm Eric.
I'm Douglas from Night Versus.
And you're watching Kerrang podcast.
Hello and welcome to the Kerrang podcast. Here I'm with Aric and Douglas from Night Versus. You're currently on a UK tour with Let Live. You're approaching the end. Tonight's the final show.
Yeah.
Has it been everything you hoped it would be?
Yeah, it's been amazing. It's pretty cool. We've done, we've been going through mainland and then now ending in the UK. It's been crazy to see the reaction and the snowball effect that it's been having for us as a band. We're super new still, and to see the reaction that kids are giving us, and it's been really cool to see people reacting in a way where they're coming to see Let Live but leaving knowing who we are as a separate entity and not just as a support band and whatnot. So yeah. It's been really great.
And how have you been getting on with Let Live?
Awesome.
Yeah. They're friends from back home, and I know we've mentioned this a lot in interviews, but just they're a band that has a very similar mindset as far as what they want to achieve with their music and kind of pushing the envelope with rock. And that's something that we've all discussed. Just rock's been a little bit stale lately, so we're all doing our best to kind of move it in the direction that the people that we looked up to used to. And they're definitely on that page, and it's exciting to see. It's exciting to see it not only have an effect in the UK, but all over the States and everywhere else. And I feel like the heart of it is in the UK, so for us to get to come out with them has been awesome.
Excellent. So, playing with Let Live, does that push you to go 110%?
Yeah, definitely.
Live?
I mean, we like to consider ourselves giving it 110% all the time, with everything we do, writing and performing. But I mean, Let Live's just such an energetic band that, us as an energetic band feel the need to obviously let everything out, which we tend to do no matter what. But it's cool when you're with a band that you love and respect, and there's always still that friendly competition in a sense that you just want to be on that level too, so it definitely pushes us for sure. It's inspiring in a way, it's cool to see that and just be pumped every night to play a show that kids are coming to see that energy, and it's cool to be able to feed off of that and to disperse it as well,
Excellent. So the album Lift Your Existence is here. Can you tell us a bit about the making of the album?
Sure.
I feel like the music for it actually probably started about 3 years ago with me, Nick, and Riley, and it was kind of an interesting process because even though we put out the EP, this was always the goal, to have this giant chunk of songs, and we, how do I say this, we used the EP as kind of a stepping stone to get here, but this was definitely something that I feel like all four of us saw completely eye to eye on and worked out every part. I mean, I've had discussions with Doug about drum parts on every single song, like I with vocals. It was just, it was a really cool effort because it's something that I don't think any of us could have done on our own. It was all four of us working as hard as we could and hashing out every idea possible. And that you can't really worry about what other people want. You kind of just have to try and satisfy yourself as best as you can. And so when that was done, I felt like we all got to that point where we were just really happy with meeting what our goals were.
Yeah. It was cool too because we're such a new band, and creating this record, wanting to put 15 songs on it and wanting to do what we wanted to do at such an early stage where people are kind of against that, it was just cool to know that that's what we want as a vibe of a band. We're always going to want to do our own thing because, music is an art to us. It's not just a business or a cash crop. Music, we honestly think and live and breathe it every second. And it sounds cliche, but, when we submerge ourselves into what we're doing, it's all we think about. And it was really cool because I don't really think we had any expectations outside of just let's make a record that we want to make. This is what we love to do. Whatever happens outside of it, cool, but we want to make what we want to make, and whoever reacts in whatever way, whatever, and it's just really awesome and fortunate that people have been reacting the way they have and saying such positive things about it because it's just us doing what we love to do. And we're already writing the second record. We're 6 or 7 songs deep on it, and just because we don't think about anything else but just to keep going,
Yeah. So the time after the Sleeping and Night Versus, is this album a kind of summary of everything that you went through and were experiencing?
It's kind of it's weird because I met them before the last Sleeping record, The Big Deep, was released. And that's when things were kind of like turbulent with the band. And I wound up moving to LA, meeting them. And that last Sleeping record, because I went back to record it, was kind of, I guess, everything that was happening at that point. And I feel like when this band solidified and we started making, you know, what we created, Lift Your Existence and the EP, I feel like I was already kind of rejuvenated and like transformed into what I am now, or what I'm still trying to become, you know? And this record was more of a awareness of everything, in terms of like, not so much coming to grips with everything, being that I feel like I already have. It's more of like, this is the way I see the world, you know, I'm re-energized, and I'm much more aggressive to the fact that everything that's going on has made me more self-aware. So it's a very dark record lyrically, but it's super positive in terms of like getting through everything. It's kind of more like angry at things around me, but in like a kind of I know what's happening kind of thing, you know?
Excellent. So you return to the US tomorrow. What's the next few months hold for the band?
We have like 7 or 8 days off, and then we go out for another month, and you know, it's like the same amount of time as this, which has been like a month and a week. We go out with A Lot Like Birds and Harvard and a band called My Iron Lung. We're doing that for a little bit, and then we have the holidays. I think we're doing some off shows, and then we're gonna come back here like late January, early February. That's the plan, to just keep coming as much as possible.
Excellent. What are your plans for Halloween? Because it's a massive deal in the US.
I'm actually going to Salem.
Right.
My fiance and I, we've been going to Salem since we've started dating. We go every year the weekend before Halloween, and it's crazy. I mean, it's really insane. That's where we're gonna get married, and so we're gonna go there and look at the wedding venues.
I don't know, because we're gonna be on tour, so.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be on tour on Halloween.
Yeah, I mean, like, I would be down to go to Salem. I know my girlfriend wants to go to Salem, but we're trying to figure out, because we want to play a Halloween show and dress up as something, but it's just, I don't know if it's in the itinerary right now. Either way, we might just dress up and go with kids, get free candy.
Yeah, I definitely want free candy.
I mean, what's the ultimate Halloween villain?
Ultimate Halloween villain? Damn, that's a good question.
Headless Horseman.
That's a pretty sick one.
That's my favorite.
I can't remember his name. Chernabog from Fantasia. You know that big devil?
Right.
That's my favorite. I want to be him. I would have to spend like 5 years on the costume though to do it justice, but.
Also, Lucifer from Legend.
Yeah.
It's pretty sick. Tim Curry.
It's kind of hard
though, you could never even tell.
Face.
Yeah, that's pretty insane.
Yeah. Does October 31st feel different in the US? Is there a thing in the air?
You know what's weird? I don't know. I'm sure it's more apparent in New York, but in California we don't really have seasons. At least Southern California, it's like either hot or just slightly less hot. And for some reason, I swear to God, Halloween, it always feels like Halloween. It doesn't really make sense because it's every other time, even when it's like October 29th, it feels completely like middle of spring. But for some reason, Halloween always has that vibe. It's cool. I've
gone to Salem the past 2 or 3 years, and it is the craziest feeling to be there the weekend before Halloween. Like, it's insane.
Is there any museums to do with the witch trials?
Yeah, there's like, you know, they're like cheesy, but they're awesome, you know what I mean? And then they do really cool haunted houses. But I mean, the major thing is just everybody in the streets is just ridiculously dressed up. Like, Halloween costumes you'll never see unless you go there. Like 20-foot tall Merlins, like the craziest things I've ever seen. And you're like the weirdo if you don't dress up. Right. It's really insane.
Cool. So what would you dress up as if you had the, you know?
Last year I just put a whole bunch of shit all over my face. Sorry, I don't know. Not actual shit.
Wow.
Yeah. This year, I don't know. I kind of wanted to do. This year I kind of wanted to do something. I kind of wanted to. I don't know why. I wanted to wear a suit, so I kind of wanted to dress like kind of like a Bond or something, but put like a bullet in my head, you know? I'm not really like crazy with Halloween because there's so many things I want to be that I feel like whatever I wind up being, I never portray it good enough anyway.
Yeah.
So it'll probably be something stupid that I think is cool. I literally just like took white makeup last time and just put it across my face with like a blood splatter. My girl's like, "What are you?" I'm like, "I have no idea. I don't know."
Well,
oh, sorry. I'm just too pumped to talk about what I want to be.
Excellent.
No, I really want to be Blanca from Street Fighter, but I feel like I have to like hit the gym for like 3 months in advance.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna obviously have to hit up a professional hair studio to get it all to stand up. But that's definitely gonna be a goal. Sometime within the next decade, I'm gonna be the most convincing blonde I possibly can.
Excellent. Well, good luck with Halloween.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
See you back January, February time.
Yeah, we're that's
the
the
goal.
plan. Yeah. I mean, we have a good team behind it right now, so it seems like things are looking up, especially with everything that's been happening with this tour for us. It's definitely going to be very, I don't want to say easy, but we're definitely going to have more of an opportunity to capitalize on everything, which is our goal. It's been a main goal for us since the beginning of the band. So.
And if that doesn't happen right away, we'll definitely get back before or around summertime.
Yeah.
Excellent for the festival season.
Yeah,
I would
totally.
love to be playing some festivals. It'd be super fun.
Excellent. Well, brilliant. It's been great to
Yeah.
see you, and best
It's
of
really
luck.
good to see you too, man.
Best of
Yeah.
luck with the Halloween costumes.
I'll probably
Be
look like
inspired.
shit. I'll look like crap.
Dig deep. You'll find something.